Hey guys, welcome back to Clownfish TV. This is Neon. We're going to talk more about comic books. Why the hell are we talking about comic books so much? You know, we haven't talked about comic books a lot lately, last couple months, and then all of a sudden we just started talking a whole lot about comic books because there's a lot of things going on in the industry right now. Major disruption because of the pandemic, and earlier this year, Marvel Comics cut its exclusive ties with Diamond, and it went with Penguin Random House to distribute its books, and now IDW is doing the same thing. Very interesting, but not really shocking because IDW is not in a very good place right now, and I gotta wonder if it didn't have something to do with Diamond cutting and running on publishers and comic shops. Last year they had a shutdown, and yeah, it didn't go very well for a lot of people. A lot of comic shops closed down. I think a lot of comic book publishers either shuttered permanently, delayed things indefinitely, or in the case of Action Lab, God knows what the hell is going on. They basically just kind of paused the business for many months and didn't communicate with people that that's what they were doing. But here we are in 2021, and the comic book industry is still chugging along. It didn't completely implode, but it's definitely coasting on fumes as manga and digital comics completely eat its lunch. We're going to talk about the situation with IDW, and I have to give a hat tip to CCG who sent this over. I think a couple other people tagged me in too, and apologies if I don't remember everybody who did, because a lot of times what will happen is these tips come in waves, and I'll get like 6 or 8 people all send us the same stuff at the same time. I try to give credit where credit is due if I can. Depends on who the tipster is. Sometimes the tipster does not want to be identified. We've been in that situation many times. But yeah, so in this case, I believe CCG was first with it. Thank you so much for that. And thank you for the support. We're at 235,500 subs. Not going to do the woohoo, geeky's not here. Because this kind of stuff bores her. She really doesn't like to talk about too much. She's like, we do these comic book business videos, and she's like, God, that was boring. We try to make it fun, but nuts and bolts of this shit, it's just not fun. It's not fun. So this was yesterday. IDW is going exclusive with Penguin Random House. Diamond responds. Again, just to talk a little bit about IDW and where they're at right now. They're in a hole. That's where they're at. They're not doing well. IDW has not been doing well for years. I would say at least 4 years now. They've been hemorrhaging money, and again, not to beat a dead horse, but for those of you who are new to the channel, I used to freelance for IDW, and I'm going to go on record as saying I never had a bad experience with any of the people over there when I was there. I don't think any of the people I worked with still work for IDW. But when I was there, I never had a problem with anybody that worked there. Now, after we started doing YouTube, suspiciously, a lot of people I worked with who knew me personally decided to unfollow or block me on Twitter. But that's a totally different, it's a totally different video. And the only problem I had with IDW was getting paid. And this, we're talking, because I noped out of the comic book industry, stopped looking for professional work about 2014, 2015, because I couldn't afford to do it. It didn't pay much. I mean, for the amount of time I sunk into comics, I could go out and do like web development or something like that. They actually paid decently. But I think it took me 4 or 5 months to get paid for a couple of things I did. And that was back then. So I think they were having financial problems going back a lot further than when the public heard about it. That's usually how this goes. Usually people are like, oh yeah, company's clearly having problems. You get some whistleblowers and they get blown off or shut up or whatever. And then like 4 or 5 years later, it's like, oh yeah, if we only knew, if we only had some indication that the company wasn't doing very well. And with comics, it's you ask the freelancers, are they getting paid on time? Are they being paid fairly, or are they being paid on time? Fairly is subjective. Depends on how much the comics are actually selling. I saw something yesterday on Twitter. It was Kelly Sue DeConnick, actually coming out and saying that, for someone who was so cavalier about telling people not to buy their comic books, if you didn't like her politics, she was talking about how, mid-list comic titles were not even breaking even. And that actually, I would say is probably true. If you're depending solely on the direct market, that's probably true. So page rates are subjective. What is fair? It's, whether or not the publisher is actually going to make their money back, which is why I think you've seen stagnant page rates or declining page rates, even at Marvel and DC, other than like, Batman and Spider-Man, X-Men, the big titles, most of their titles aren't selling very well. And you look at like, okay, well, we're paying the penciler $200 or $300 a page, and we're paying the inker that whatever, which is high. I mean, it's actually on the high end of things, as I understand it. I mean, companies like IDW, for everything, I've heard $125, $150 a page if you're lucky. If you're lucky, and then you have to chase them for months. But anyway, that's a totally different conversation. Let's go back to this. IDW losing money. They shut down their board game division, which shocked me because they were actually doing really well with that. And that, to me, this feels like they're definitely getting ready to change course. And the fact that they're going with Penguin Random House right now definitely confirms that they're trying to focus on their core business, which is, I believe, generating IP to pitch to Netflix. Good luck with that. So here we go. Bleeding Cool. IDW Publishing and Penguin Random House Publisher Services today announced an exclusive worldwide multi-year sales and distribution agreement for IDW's newly published and backlist, I almost said blacklist, Freudian slip, backlist comic book periodicals, trade collections, and graphic novels to the direct market comic shops beginning on June 1st of next year. The new agreement complements and expands their current partnership in which Penguin Random House sells and distributes IDW's trade book frontlist and backlist to bookstores. By expanding its reach into the direct market, Penguin Random House states its mission is to support comic shops in fostering a lifelong love of comics, graphic novels, and manga. So let's look at the situation. Marvel is with Penguin. IDW is with Penguin. DC is with Lunar and whatever the other one is. You seeing a pattern here? Are you seeing a pattern here? Jeppy crawled under the desk in the fetal position for a couple of months and basically gave the middle finger to the comic book industry. There was this weird live stream. I think it was Dan Shaheen's live stream he did where he had a bunch of, publishers from, Dark Horse and Boom, and Steve Jeppy was there. And he was kind of like a pimp. I mean, he really was. He was kind of like, shut your bitch mouth. I own the comic book industry. And if you want your money, you're going to shut your bitch mouth. No, he didn't actually say that. He did not actually say that. Don't call me out for that. But the attitude was very much like, I am the comic book industry. I am Steve Jeppy. I am the comic book industry. And the comic book industry starts and stops when I say it does. And DC's like, shit, we got to make money. We can't just stop publishing comic books or stop selling comic books for 6 months until you get your head out of your ass. We got to make money. So they cut deals with some other people. And then Marvel's like, yeah, well, if DC's doing it, we got to do it too. Because, remember, these comic book companies are, really not necessary in the eyes of their corporate overlords. And then we got IDW that's like, shit, we're already losing money. God knows if Jeppy owes them a bunch of money or not. But they're like, yeah, it's working for Marvel. Let's dip out. Let's dip out. So Penguin Random House's new fourth distribution center, a 1 million square foot warehouse in Hampstead, Maryland, recently went operational, and in tandem with the company's fulfillment headquarters in Westminster, will be the centerpiece for its comics direct market supply chain. RIP Diamond. IDW succeeds when the direct market succeeds, said IDW publisher Nashi. Is it Nashi? Marsham? No matter how amazing our comics and graphic novels may be, it's the retailers that are connecting readers with our stories. Because of that, I couldn't be more excited about our future with Penguin Random House, and I have the utmost confidence that every store, no matter the size, will see the benefits of the high levels of care in service, they'll see the benefits of not having their shit completely destroyed by Diamond. Jeff Abraham, president of Penguin Random House, said IDW have been wonderful partners these past 5 years. It's been thrilling to see the evolution of its publishing program and support the phenomenal growth of their graphic novels into the book trade. With Penguin's expansion into the direct market, we see this as a natural extension of that partnership and look forward to putting the expertise of Penguin's supply chain, customer knowledgeability, and sales know-how and solution-centered customer service to help bring IDW comics and graphic novels even more fans around the world. Blah, 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 blah. I think they copy-paste this shit. It's like marketing speak. Direct market retailers can choose to order IDW products from Penguin Random House or alternatively through Diamond as a wholesaler under terms established by Diamond in the US and the UK. These retailers now have 24/7 access to online ordering at self-service.penguinrandomhouse.biz. You can also visit penguinrandomhousecomics.com, a website for comics, graphic novels, manga, and more designed specifically for direct market comic retailers and consumers. And I think Jeppy marks stuff up now. If I'm not mistaken, I don't have a comic shop. But if I'm not mistaken, I think Diamond is also buying from Penguin and then they mark it up. I don't know. I guess if you're just used to ordering from Diamond. Now, here's the thing that gets me. Comic retailers complain about having to order through multiple suppliers. You do understand that every other business, you order from multiple suppliers, right? Because at that point, if you're only ordering and reselling Diamond product and you're getting all your money from Diamond, as a publisher, you're basically just a franchisee, aren't you? And I think that's what Jeppy was kind of counting on. Like, we don't have to be better because there's no competition. I think Diamond's done. I think this is like, you're talking DC, Marvel, and IDW now. I mean, come on. This isn't, and how long until Dark Horse jumps ship? Are they still with Diamond? I can't even tell who the hell's with Diamond now. I don't even know if they're with Diamond, but I know Mike Richardson, I think it was Mike Richardson, was in that live stream. He did not look happy with some of the stuff that Steve Jeppy was saying. He looked like, if I could strangle this guy, I would totally do it. Because he's basically like, well, we're all in this together. Back the comeback, everybody. We're all in this together as I sit on your money for months. Jeppy, chairman, president, CEO of Jeppy Family Enterprises and owner of Diamond, issued this following statement. I would like to thank IDW for their many years of partnership, and we're delighted to continue selling their comics, trades, and graphic novels to our retail customers as a wholesaler, effective on June 1st, 2022. At Diamond, we understand the unique needs of the direct and book markets and work very hard day to service and support all the stakeholders in our industry, from developing sales tools and launching new services to organizing industry-wide events. Basically, guys, we really hope you still use us. I know we probably fucked you over more than once, many times over the years because you didn't have any other options, but I really, really, really hope that you come back to Diamond. Jeppy also wrote to retailers saying, as IDW Publishing announced today, effective June 1st, Diamond will act as the wholesaler to the direct market for IDW comics, trades, and graphic novels. We're working through the details, including reviewing discount terms, and we'll communicate any changes well in advance. Rest assured, Diamond remains your one-stop shop for IDW comics, trades, and graphic novels, and your largest single source for comics, games, collectibles, and hundreds of other amazing pop culture products each month. Please don't leave us. Oh my God. You're going to go rogue. You're going to go rogue and go get some funny ideas and start buying your comics someplace else. Diamond has always been highly focused on the needs of comic retailers. I don't know. It's looking at me like, Penguin Random House has their own comic book site set up. Looks to me like technically, there's some other stuff here, but technically you could probably not even use Diamond. Between what DC's got going on and what Penguin's got going on, and if you're using other third parties to buy, tabletop games and action figures and stuff like that, your Funko Pops, you might not even need Diamond at all. Don't go getting funny ideas. Don't go getting some, look at all these other companies. Razor Bill, 7 Seas, DC. I don't know, guys. I don't know. Do you really need Diamond? I don't think you need Diamond. We look forward to seeing you at our virtual retailer summit, September 26th and 27th. Unless you have something negative to say, in which case we'll tell you, shut your bitch mouth. This is a fantastic opportunity to connect with your fellow retailers, learn more about the tools Diamond has created to help you grow your business, and hear new product announcements from multiple publishers. Yeah, so back in April, it was noted that IDW was operating under an expired distribution agreement with Diamond for comic stores and Penguin Random House for bookstores, but were continuing to operate under it. Seems like the other shoe dropped. Yes, indeed. It did. Here. If a couple more publishers like Dark Horse or Boom leave Diamond, I don't think they will last much longer. No, I do not think they will last much longer. Look, as a comic shop right now, I have heard from multiple comic retailers that they're not even buying new comics anymore. They're buying back issues. And most of their revenue on new product is coming from, tabletop games and Funko Pops. They don't need Diamond. They really don't need Diamond. Nobody needs Diamond at this point. You can literally open a new comic shop tomorrow. Don't even call it a comic shop, pop culture flea market. You can open that though tomorrow and not even use Diamond. That's where we're at. And Diamond completely did it to themselves. They completely did it to themselves. Boom and Image leaving Diamond. It can happen fast enough. A bunch of broken promises and really bad customer service. Anyone else getting like 2 to 4 empty-ish or 1 item boxes per week? Well, that's Amazon too. We've literally had Amazon send massive oversized cardboard boxes for a pack of pencils. Like, what? If Diamond wants to retain their retail customers for products and they can order wholesale elsewhere, they might want to rehire their reps and start delivering products ordered before the cutoff dates. Yeah, we actually had a friend of ours that they got laid off from Diamond, which is why we knew Diamond was in bad shape. And I think it was about the time of the shutdown, but they were there for years and they got laid off. And, it's just, I think we're an end stage Diamond. Does Image have the money to buy Diamond? I doubt it. Their comeback will be bigger than their setback. Yep. Their comeback's going to be back to comeback, guys. They're not coming back. I think Diamond is down for the count. Going to wrap this one up. Please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants, guys. We'll talk later.